Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 4. We're going to be going back to our glyphs and trying to level them up. But before we do that, I thought we might pop over and kill a couple of Vartians. Because we've got some well, actually no, we don't have the hand. We're not going to kill any Vartians. That is living steel. I should put that separately. We are going to drink some manslaying elixir though and head off to the Forbidden City. And get this party started. Now, running through upgrading our glyphs is going to take a lot of dungeons, at least to get them up to rank 15, where the radius expands. If we were just running tier 10 dungeons, which we're not at yet, it would take about 55 of them. So it's a fair few we're going to need to do. Now, we're going to obviously be gaining experience and pushing further and further as that happens. But it's important to know this is going to be a grind. That is really what this part of the game is about. Grinding and pushing as far as you can, as fast as you can, while not getting yourself killed.
This might very well be my last journey. Two knights penitent have fallen. I hid and listened to the screams as they were torn and devoured by the creatures. I didn't want to end up like the others. Nothing but a blood splatter on the floor. The city walls that kept us safe.
Ooh,
trapped us in.
Got another glyph. A marshal. We've got the ones that we care about. It is going to be a while before we get the ultra benefits from them, but that's more about leveling than anything. Still looking for these enraged spirits. But obviously, as we push through quickly, we're going to be gaining levels, so we do want to push through quickly to try and get more glyph benefit than leveling benefit. We don't need to kill everything, is what I mean. If we happen to kill everything, that's absolutely fine, but it's not the objective in these dungeons.
I don't have enough fury.
And certainly shouldn't be considered the objective by us. Let's get rid of that blood boil for you. You do not get to keep that, mate. Follow me, Mr. Crimson Blade. Come up this way. A solid selection of mobs to kill. Now, I didn't even look at the mods for this particular dungeon. I just salvaged up everything that was below the highest level, so everything that was 6 and below went, and this was the only glyph that was left. So we were kind of stuck with it at that point. But most of the mods don't matter that much to us because of how we've built our character. We've tried to go for a good level of defense this time, a good mixing of resist and all that jazz. Now, with the bit of time we spent in the Helltime, we do actually have some Fiend Roses that we could play around with for re-rolling / enchanting items. Okay, we're actually going to have to kill all enemies in this bit, so change of priorities. Everyone must die. But I'll probably save those Fiend Roses for if and when we start getting ancestral stuff. But we're probably not going to be getting ancestral stuff until we're over level 65, and then we might move on to World Tier 4 if we're feeling particularly tanky. That's a big if, I should say. Like, that is a huge if. It's not a particularly large horde that we experienced there. Did have a little bit of a slowdown from them. Hey, there's some more sigils. And there's another Paragon point. We're going to be getting these constantly. I will grab it and put it in just a little bit. Right, you're dead. We're pushing up towards this glyph socket. That's where we're going to put our wonderful blood feeder. Which is possibly not going to give us the biggest benefit initially, but it's one that I want to have in there. And this then becomes like a really tough call of like, do you go for what's giving you the best right now? Enemy hoarding coming. Oh, please, while I've got this on. Yeah. That is a huge amount of explosion damage we're doing.
I must wait.
Didn't quite make it to the next group. There is bits that we haven't been into. So we might need to do some doubling back. Or we could be lucky and most of them could come to us. Like that. There we go. Door has been unsealed. And we're most of the way back where we needed to be. Nice and efficient. Really nice and efficient. It's been 6 minutes. 6.5 minutes. And we are already at the end of our first nightmare dungeon. I do want to be keeping up my damage reduction just in case. I'm definitely not accidentally hitting the old map button. Okay, what did we get from that? Oh, we got a legendary two-handed sword. That's not terrible. We're going to keep putting into revenge. And in fact, I will update my my estimate. So if we were doing just tier 10 dungeons, we'd need 54 of them in order to get us up to the right level. Critical strike damage is nice. Damage to close enemies is nice, and it's a perfect roll on both of those. Fortified generation is fine. Maximum life is fine. We could reroll like the maximum life. This is a very nice ring. This is a very nice ring. We're gonna use this ring. So as rings, let me bring up my other list of things. Right, so for rings, I wanted Skullbreakers and Echoing Fury. Those were the two kickers. Berserk Ripping is going to go on one of the dual-wield weapons. Eventually. So, do I have Skullbreakers or Echoing Fury yet? If not, Berserk Ripping is fine to keep on it. No, we don't. Okay. In that case, we're going to have a ring of Berserk Ripping. So we want to go and put a socket in it and enchant it. Probably in reverse order. Not upgrade. We want to enchant first. And this is just going to be to swap one of the affixes out for something that's going to be more directly useful for us. I think we'll keep the maximum life because that's really handy, but the fortified generation can go, and we could maybe swap it over for like damage to vulnerable or something similar. So fortified generation, damage to bleeding enemies, it's a really low roll. Like that is pretty damn low. Let's try again. Extra damage while berserking. We're trying to berserk a lot, so I actually prefer that. And it's a reasonable roll on it. Okay, happy enough. So we're going to want to imprint this with a better berserk ripping. You know what? Let's do the best one. Let's do the best one into it, and then we'll just never change this ring again. So we need to put a socket in it. We need to upgrade it. Those are the two key things.
I carry the best shards of the heavens.
Maximum upgrade, right. Add a socket to it. And then we're going to pick, based on our resistances, what we're going to put in. Let's temporarily unsocket this. And in fact, we'll unsocket this one as well. So our lowest resistances are cold, lightning, well, cold and poison, really. Cold and poison. Cold, poison, and lightning. So we could actually go for specific gems for those. Cold. Poison. And then lightning. Lightning, which is going to be topaz. Yeah. Now, when we hit level 60, we'll be able to upgrade these. But that's a really good spread of resists that we've got there. I like that. Let's have a look at your stats. We are using a two-handed sword at the moment. So there's always the potential to move across, especially when it's a better item level. Damage to stunned enemies doesn't really help us much at the moment. Damage to vulnerable is nice. Critical strike damage is nice, but I think our current one is better. So all of this is going to go under the hammer. Yeah, it feels like a solid upgrade, that ring.
Be wary on the road.
All items under the hammer. I really should have salvaged up those gems, actually, while we were over at the jeweler.
I can't do that here.
Sorry. We can ride over quickly. It's fine. I've also got 252 obols, so I could gamble. There we go. Just put them away. We could gamble for... Actually, let's have a think about it. Critical strike damage to vulnerable enemies. What's our critical strike chance at the moment? 18.2. It's good enough. Yeah, we'll keep our current thing because that bonus is 54%. It's pretty significant. Right, we got loads more sigils. Tier 9, that's very nice. Tier 8, Tier 7, Tier 7, Tier 8, Tier 8. Alright, let's try the Tier 9. This is really pushing on in a very dangerous manner, but I'm sure it's going to be okay. And when I say sure, obviously I'm not sure, but I'm happy enough to go for it. So we're level 57. What level are the mobs? 63. So this is actually the perfect level for us to be fighting at in terms of XP gain. We just need to destroy the sacred seals here. So it's one and then a teleporter and then another one from what I remember. I will, however, grab the angel breath because I can leave gold on the ground now, but feels very wrong to leave other resources. These doors take so long to open. keep looking for that seal. It's going to be obvious. It's going to be giant when we find it.
I'm not ready yet.
And actually, that 300 extra health that we're getting. Firstly, it's definitely going to help us in terms of survivability, but it actually equates to more than 300 on us because of our bonus percentages. And on top of that, it's going to be granting us more thorns, ever so slightly. Like, not much, but some more thorns. And then, in addition, it's going to be granting us even more chemomancy damage. Which then gets multiplied up by other things. So it's really very good for us. Like, there might be things that give us more damage, but getting life gives us damage and survivability. There's the first one. Right, let's just focus on this. I will kill the big guy because I can't resist fighting. And just watch him bleed out slowly. There we go, back to the entrance. And we go for the other one. It's apparently down in this way. Further south. Just pop that thing before it explodes too much at us. I really don't mind suppressors. Suppressors have no real problem, or no way they can interact problematically with the build. I suppose they could potentially stop the explosions from the vampiric curses, you know, when we chuck out the souls. But that's it's being generous to say it's going to cause us issues.
I'm not ready yet.
Who's next? There's a couple.
I must wait.
Here is our target. Let's take it out. And back through the teleporter we go. Now we should just be able to head into the vault. I will grab all the resources because you never know how useful they're going to be. Protection shrine, sure. Right, let's hurry straight onto the vault. I say hurry, it's obviously going to be dependent on the doors actually opening up for us. But we are here primarily to kill the big tamale. Come on, try and actually hit me.
I don't have enough fury.
He doesn't really attack us much directly. A little bit, but not much. Gave us enough for Paragon Point. We'll put that in. So we've been pushing up past the extra damage to bleeding enemies. Keep going. Eventually we're going to get this glyph socket here. Okay. Keep putting points into revenge. Right, that means that it would now take us 52. 52 runs through in order to get it up to rank 15, and that expands the radius on the Paragon board. Back to town we go. Let's salvage up stuff, and we'll hop in and do another. I quite like these ones. They're very efficient. There are some that are definitely grindy, but these we can get through at a good pace.
My eyes can only watch so much.
Right, you look nice, and you are a two-handed axe, but you're not sacred, so you're gonna go. Let's have a look at our consumables. Tier 8, there's another tier 9. All the others we don't care about. Back to Inferno. We've been there before. At least I'm pretty certain we have. Yes. The old lightning strike from above.
I'm out of fury.
That's going to be the only thing that might slow us down a little bit in here. Let's see how bad it is. It stuns us a little, but it doesn't do too much damage. We're just going to ignore it, I think. Grab these.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, one Animus carrier gone.
I'm not ready yet.
Don't run away from me. We'll leave the rest of your stuff behind and just focus on these guys. There we go, that's feeling pretty solid. And an artillery shrine as well. Alright. Maximum whirly pointiness.
I don't have enough fury.
Are there any more Animus carriers down here? Yep, there's one.
I must wait.
Oh, the artillery shrine ran out. It's a shame, but... he's going to explode. Then we get the Animus out of his corpse. Let's go up this way. No one there that we care about. Back the other way. Yeah, keeping the pace up like this, we've got the survivability at the moment. If we could be pushing at higher tiers, I probably would be for more glyph XP.
I don't have enough fury.
More Animus carriers over here. Still need one more. I'm sure we'll find them in short time. There they are. Oh, that was hidden under the ground. like it was underneath the decals of the actual floor. Okay. Animus has been grabbed. Let's
I'm not ready yet.
move on. So close to level 58. That's going to come in just a moment. And then we really should be running tier 10s. So I hope we get a tier 10. This is not where we need to be going. Blimey, this is completely the wrong way. Up here, maybe? Yeah, this looks right.
I must wait.
There's a level up for us.
Rivers of crimson.
So we'll put this in, and
Our sacrifice shall
we'll put Blood
be
Feeder in.
rewarded. 2%
2% damage to bleeding enemies.
Salvation is within our grasp. All hail the unholy mother and her divine plan.
Extra damage while berserking is nice. I think we'll just go for Blood Feeder though. That's a very specific earthquake skill damage one. Yeah, fine. Extra bleeding. Or extra damage to bleeding enemies, I should say. Which is an important distinction, because it's not just the damage over time that's being boosted.
I need more fury. I must wait.
And we can put points into it, but I'm going to keep focusing on the one that we've been doing up until now, because we get more direct benefit from it. Downside being we're going to need to run at least twice as many dungeons in order to max things out. But that was always going to be the case. Always, always. Technically, we don't need to be fighting this guy. We could just scooch past him. That's the Bloodstone. I'm going to kill this guy because he's doing all the damage reduction for the others. Oi! I'm trying to pick this up. Can you just, like, kill yourself on me, please? Thank you. Back we go.
I'm not ready yet.
And in we go. We've got a couple of moments before our potion runs out. Oh, look at every time he hits us. And he's gone just before our potion ran out. Love to see it. Okay, that's all going to go into Revenge, though we could put Blood Feeder in to get a little bit more quickly. I think it's probably better if we just focus on this for now. Focus on our Thorns stuff. Okay, so straight away we're going to have another potion just so that that's done and I don't need to worry about it. Let's salvage up what we have. We'll jump in and do another dungeon. Hopefully a bit of a higher tier one. Okay. That's a Dust Devil thing. It is a decent enough axe, but it's not amazing. This is a pretty cool axe. So it's got the lucky hit execute. Low chance though. Damage while berserking, damage to crowd controlled. Actually, no, I'm not massively enamored by it. Heading in the right direction. Definitely heading in the right direction. But that can go for right now. Tier 8, Tier 9. Still haven't got a Tier 10. I mean, we could make one. We could definitely make one. Let's do that.
Not while I'm in town.
We can choose which dungeons we go into. Where am I even going? I'm going up here. And we just have to hope we don't make one that's too powerful, you know? Okay, craft sigils. We don't tier 6 to 10. Let's go tier 11 to 15. Tier 14, that's a bit much. Tier 15 is even more.
Exquisite.
Tier 14. The game is kind of trolling me here. Tier 14. Tier 11. Fine. We can do a tier 11. Let's salvage up the other sigils. We'll keep the 14s and the 15 just in case. But right now, we're going to do the 11. We should be getting stuff that's around the same level. In fact, we are missing flowing veins. We are missing flowing veins. We need to sort out... We're missing 2 eternity and 1 ferocity from having swapped over our equipment. There we go. Much better. Right, we'll spend our blood. Prey on the weak. More prey on the weak. Extra damage to vulnerable enemies. Gotta love it. Don't really care about any of those. May as well get Call Familiar up. More points from Prey in the weak. None of these are good for us. May as well get Domination up to the next level. Okay, so minor upgrades. Let's go for another dungeon. So, tier 11, that's what we're running now. On my updated list, running tier 11s, we need another 47 of them in order to get our glyph up to level 15. Or 120 to get up to level 21. So, it does get quite laborious running just low level ones. Okay, definitely feel survivable in amongst all of that. You know, if in doubt, just run straight for the first guy that's causing you trouble. We need to find the keepers and slay them. Those are our primary focus. These mobs are level 65, which is one level higher than the ideal experience level for us. So we're not wasting time while fighting these. I think we've got to go around this way. Where are the keepers? That's the door. The door is not the keeper. Paragon point that we'll put in. We'll go across for the damage reduction from bleeding enemies. Because almost all enemies are going to be bleeding around us anyway. Especially things like bosses. That's where we're really going to see the benefit on it. Where are these keepers?
I need more fury.
Now, it might feel like we're like super survivable going through this, but I am keeping a very close eye on our life, our fortify level, when we're berserking, who's around us, when to actually attack in order to get the most healing from hemomancy. There's a lot of consideration that goes into it.
I'm not ready yet.
Maybe they're all together. Maybe that's it. He teleported away. What a knob end.
I must wait.
Are we trying? Sure. We don't need any gold, but I'm always happy to get more gold. Let's check this way. There's a lot of mobs in this map. There's one. Hi. Right, that is one of the 3 down. Let's see if we can find the others.
I'm not ready yet.
There's the second. So they're pretty close to each other. Just on top of this. I was going to say, let's kill this guy, and he's gone and killed himself on me. Little bit of stunning. Not too bad. There's the final one. So literally we went the wrong way. Ooh, do not like being frozen that much. That could have been a little bit nasty. It was fine because I saved the old rallying cry, which gives us unstoppable. But yeah, that could have been a bit painful. I can see us gradually getting frozen and thinking, Bloodseekers are hunting me. Ooh. Did not think that would necessarily happen in here. Because these guys are a little bit nasty. That's one of them gone. Let's try and deal with the other one. Damn poison enchanted mage. Right. Got a point, put that in there. Let's carry on, although I do want to grab these little bits. I can resist a lot of stuff, but you know, good loot. I mean, it's average loot actually. It's not good loot, but can't just leave it on the ground. We'll ignore that portal. Go in and fight the outlaw sharpshooter. Right, maximum thorns. And there they go. All of it goes into revenge. Back to town. We might have time for one more if we're lucky. So what do we get? Ooh, we got another perfect roll on the Berserking Ring. And it's... technically, it's got a better item power. But it's got middling damage to close enemies, so it's not going to be as good. It's got middling damage while berserking, so it's not going to be as good. Yeah, it's not going to be as good. We'll extract it, though. And this will just salvage up.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
There we go. All done. I won't bother extracting that just yet. We'll save that for a little bit later. We'll do another tier 11, seeing as that went very well for us. Into Light's Watch. This might take us a little bit of time, so we'll try and go through quickly. It is one that can draw itself out. So we need to find the Watchmen, get them killed. And they're going to be in here somewhere.
I don't have enough fury.
Right. We'll go this way first. Glyph.
I'm not ready yet.
Carry on. I was really hoping that Stormbane's Wrath had kind of gotten distracted back there, but apparently not.
Please, help us get out of here.
Sorry, not here for that. If we run out of things to do, we might come back and do it, but realistically, you're on your own. At least for the moment. And that's just because we're in a bit of a rush. There is the Watchman. Woo! Stormbane went off.
I must wait.
Ah, it doesn't do that much damage. Still, obviously, don't want to get hit by it unnecessarily, but we don't need to panic and worry. we can just, you know, reasonably move on and...
I must wait.
And if we don't quite get it, then as long as we're in good health, we're not gonna end up dying from it. Hey! Lead watchman needs to go. That's you, mate. Got the key. Let's head back, open the door.
I'm not ready yet.
Really don't have far to go back. Feels a lot more streamlined than the last time I did Light's Watch. Now, we've still got a long way to go before the main commander's area, but...
I'm not ready yet.
Don't mind the traps, just set them off. There's another Paragon point. We won't put that in just yet because of this damn thing following us. It's going to be really inconvenient. Although I suppose I could do it quickly. There we go. Grab the helm. That was actually a little painful.
I'm not ready yet.
Let's move on quickly. We're climbing our way to the war room. Now, the good thing is, with our hemomancy, a lot of stuff's just dying behind us as we go. So we're not really missing out on any XP. We're going to be missing out on some gold, of course. But we've got so much gold, that's not actually a concern for us. We don't want to go in there. Hit those guys a little bit. Kill some of the Reavers. And we've made good time. We have made good time. Go away, Stormbane's Wrath.
I must wait.
So the Den Mother is actually a perfect one for us to fight because it's going to keep attacking us, as you would expect, and it's going to summon things that are going to attack us. So it's just going to kill itself on us. Right, points go in. Revenge gets up to rank 7. Almost halfway there in terms of rank numbers, but way, way off halfway there in terms of actual delivery, because it's going to be like another 46 runs through. Maybe a little less, especially if we're going to keep upping our nightmare tier. We can probably do the 12 without trouble now. I think that's fine. What did we get? Vulnerable damage, ultimate skill damage, damage while berserking, and lucky hit. That's quite nice. That is quite nice. Most of these, though, we really don't care about. If that had a perfect roll on the damage while berserking, or hell, if it had a perfect roll on anything on there, like even lucky hit, I'd probably entertain it. But no, it's just not going to be quite good enough. So we'll salvage that all up. But yeah, we're stonking through these nightmare dungeons, which is exactly where we want to be, and very survivable, which is really, really important. I I think we are going to finish up there. I'm going to extract this this ring just so that we've got that in case we find a better ring in the future. It's unlikely, but you never know. So, thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 4. See you soon.